Okay, so this is the brand new Realme 10 Pro Plus. It comes with the all-new Dimensity 1080 processor, a curved display, and the latest Realme UI 4. And as per a tweet from the Realme CEO, all of this could be under 25,000 rupees. But if you remember, their previous phone Realme 9 Pro Plus was famous for giving OIS in this price range, flagship camera on budget. However, this year, Realme isn't giving OIS. Rather, you get a 108 megapixel main sensor.
More megapixel equals better photos.
Well, yes and no, we'll get to that. So there are two major questions that need to be asked. Without OIS, how good is the camera? And number two, how is the performance of the new Dimensity 1080? Well, we'll find out together. Okay, so first up, you get a big box and you know what that means.
Charger inside the box.
Correct, yes. Okay, so inside you get this Dare to Leap branding, and if I turn it around, it says a great story since the first leap. Some nice little motivation to work harder in life after you have spent your money on a phone. You get the phone, some paperwork, a nice greyish TPU case, a Type A to Type C cable, 80-watt super VOOC charger, and a budget SIM ejector tool. And the phone feels very good in hand, like it is close to a one-handed phone, but it feels very light. So it weighs around 174 grams. And that is because you get a plastic back and a plastic frame. Last year there was a glass back. It does look good though. Sleek. You also get a screen protector out of the box, so that's a nice touch. And I really like the overall build quality of the phone. And see here, the camera module looks like two big eyes. So if I do this, it becomes a face. The artist. On the front, you get a 6.7-inch Full HD 120Hz AMOLED display. But the best part about this display is the curved design. Like Realme says that they spent $15 million on this curved display tech. So if you hold the phone, it feels bezel-less and looks beautiful. The bezels are symmetrical. And previously, this curved design was on phones that cost 40,000 and above. So Realme giving that on a mid-range phones is a really nice touch. But does curved display have any practical use? No. Does a curved display look good in your hands? Well, yes. And a lot of this innovation money, as per Realme, is spent on making this curved AMOLED display flicker-free. Like, let me explain. So if I'm using the phone in low brightness, let me put this other AMOLED phone side by side. See, the other AMOLED phone flickers, but the Realme one doesn't. So this flickering in low light causes eye strain. So this feature is good. More brands should do this. But in normal usage, the display looks bright, vibrant. Even if I tilt the display, it looks nice. So if you watch movies on it, it should be a nice experience. Also, it has wideband L1, so you can watch Netflix and Amazon Video in 1080p, no issue. You can also watch HDR videos on YouTube, and it has a peak brightness of 900 nits. So here, under direct sunlight, the display is pretty bright. But I noticed something. See, if I watch YouTube videos in 4K HDR maximum, it starts to lag a bit. There is slight jitter while playing the video. And when I switch to 1080p HDR, there is no jittering. And you also get dual speakers, so a very interesting thing, see here, there is a small speaker grill on the top as well. Like generally phones use the same earpiece as the secondary speaker. Here they have a small grill over here, so that makes the top speaker sound more loud and clear. The speaker separation is really good, like 50% audio is coming from the bottom speaker and 50% from the top. That's how it should be. You also get an in-display fingerprint scanner, which is fast like any other in-display fingerprint scanner. Okay, now coming to the camera, well, wait, we need to go outside. Let's teleport. Yes, perfect transition. So this year, Realme has a 108 megapixel main sensor. Last year, you had a 50 megapixel sensor with OIS. This year, no OIS. But the question is, how good is the camera? First of all, under direct sunlight, the picture quality is good. Like if you zoom in, the pictures are quite sharp because 108 megapixel camera. Against bright sunlight, it clicks an okay picture. Like my face is lit up properly, but there are no details in the sky. And one thing I noticed, the colors are a bit eye-pleasing, but overall the main camera takes good photos. Photos of plants and flowers, the natural background blur looks very nice. And in indoors, it takes decent photos. The photos are looking a bit greenish, but I guess this can be fixed with a software update. Even the portrait mode is nice. Also, you get a 8 megapixel ultra wide angle camera, which takes like decent photos in good daylight conditions, but if you take indoors, it's a bit grainy. And of course, you get a 2 megapixel macro camera. And you get a 16 megapixel front selfie camera, and you can only record 1080p 30 fps, no 4K, and the photos look good, like in good daylight, proper soft light conditions. But if you take against the sunlight, the HDR can be a bit better. And in video you can record in 4K 30 fps and you get decent stabilization. But if you want more stabilization, you will have to go down to 1080p 60 fps and you have to turn on this camera steady icon. And this is the first phone in India to come with the all new Dimensity 1080 processor. It comes with 8GB LPDDR4X RAM, 128GB UFS 2.2 storage, and for the price these are good specs, because see here, in normal day-to-day activities the phone works really well, like watching videos, then quickly going back to music, or casually browsing your phone, multitasking. There is no lag or slowdown. We even ran Antutu benchmark and it scores somewhere around 5,03,000, which is a decent score for a phone that could be under 25,000. You can consider Dimensity 1080 to be like Snapdragon 778G processor. They are both same. But then again, benchmarks are just numbers. Let's play some Apex Legends and see how well it performs. So maximum you can go to Ultra HD, but we'll play at normal 60 FPS. I think all of us are playing equally bad, like not just me, the opposite team, my teammates. So the frame rate stays around 50 FPS constantly, but sometimes when you are jumping and doing a lot, there is a bit of frame drop here and there, but I think it should get better with updates. Now, out of the box, the Realme 10 Pro Plus comes with Realme UI 4 based on Android 13. So you get all the new features of Android 13, like whenever you install an app, you have to provide an extra permission to send notifications. So all that bloatware and ads cannot send you notification by default. But Realme UI brings some really cool features that you won't find on any other Android 13 device. And I'll tell you two really useful ones. Like number one, you can see live updates on always on display. So see here, I'll order something on Swiggy.
A few moments later.
So after doing all the Swiggy Instamart order, we are not getting any delivery notifications here. So maybe this will come with updates, and both Swiggy and Zomato is supported as per Realme. And if you play songs on Spotify, the always on display can show the album art, and if you tap on it, you can play the next song or change the track. And all of it you can do from the always on display without even unlocking the phone or going to the lock screen. And number two, Realme UI has this pixelate feature. So suppose now I take a screenshot of my chat and I don't want to show the previous chat message, and here is a pixelate option. So everywhere I touch and scrub the chats, it gets pixelated. And boom, quick and easy, no more leaked chats, at least from the screenshot, if you know what I mean. But one place where Realme UI can really improve is the ads, and then you have bloatwares like hot games and all. Even if you swipe up and go and search, there is one recommendation to install an app. Like, I know you can install all of them and disable this from the settings, but this is what it comes by default. And you also get a 5000 mAh battery. Interestingly, you get an 80 watt charger in the box, but the phone supports only maximum of 67 watt charging. So it can go 100% in about 50 minutes or so. Also, it's a 5G phone. You get a total of 9 5G bands. And if you're wondering, you get all the 8 important 5G bands for India. So by the time of shooting this video, we are not aware of the pricing of the Realme 10 Pro Plus, but let's assume if it is priced at 24,999, the Realme 10 Pro seems like a decent phone. And we have used the phone for like a day or so. So yes, it has a really nice display, looks very good. The new Dimensity 1080 processor seems pretty capable for the price. The camera was average, but this phone is something which will come in most mid-range phones in 2022, like the curved display, Dimensity 1080. So let us know, what more would you want to see in the upcoming phones of 2023. On that note, this is Pradeep signing off. See you in the next video. Pew pew. Pew.